And this time, the way you nano coated the material, the way you've seen it, unfortunately I cleaned it out, but I draw it for you again. And I get my pen back. The way geniuses of this board, you bought it at least. Pardon? I have pressed the button. Okay. What happened? This is your copper wire. You nano coated it. I showed it to you. With a caustic. You put the wire. You put caustic at the bottom. Try to put these wires just off the mesh of the ground that you don't get the residue of the caustic in it. Put hot water, boiling hot water on it. Close the lid. Leave it for 24 hours. Then take it out of the caustic. Water has to cover the material. Take it out of the caustic. Empty the bucket or the box and leave it back in the box. This can be done very quickly, and close the box and leave it for another day. That the nano layers can grow. It's like making popcorn. You have to allow it to pop. And then you get a good nano layer. And then when you've done this, there are enough videos. We're going to show you some videos, references you can go to. When you nano coated it, you are halfway through. You have the basic material, but you'll find out if you try to work with it, it will not work. What you need to do is, while you are making these coils, try to get hold of some copper strips or copper plates or strip more copper wires while you're doing it and put them inside to nano coat. You need to make yourself, this is you made the wire into the nano coated, but now we have to go to the next step, which is the free plasma. How do you produce the free plasma? The free plasma, what we call the gases in nano state, again, is on the Internet of the Keshe Foundation websites. You can find it everywhere. What you need to do, you made yourself three of these and three of these. But try to make at least, while you're doing it, because you got to do it, make yourself about 10 pieces of about 15 centimeter long, just copper wires, without turning, without coiling it. So what you need is literally make yourself the strips of about this much wire, don't forget, gauge 14, and just put them aside. Just put them in there to be nano coated, because you need these when you come to connect. You need these wires for your connections. So when you made the coils, everything is finished. You make about 10 of these because it might come handy, and you will find out why they come handy in a very short time. And you put these in the nano coating. When you nano coated it, in a day or 2 days, you take it out. If you found some copper wires, extra copper wires that you could nano coat, or the plates like this, which you put through the same process. You put these plates in the box, and then you let it nano coat. These are needed for your next step to make the free plasmas. So it's step by step. You know what gauge you need, you know what copper wire you need, you know how many windings you need, you know now you have the basis for one of the most powerful energy producing units in the universe. In time, I'll show you how powerful. It's so powerful that it can feed you for generations. But step by step. You've seen it. This is the next step to it. Then, when you nano-coated it, you need a small piece of zinc. Or you need another piece of copper, which is not nano-coated. You keep it not coated, just keep it aside. Or you keep a piece of wire, copper wire, aside. So we go through it step by step, how we all understand. You need yourself a very long, meters of gauge 14 copper wire. You make 3 bigger size dimension and 3 smaller size dimension coils, which they can go inside each other, of 70 to 80, and then the other one of 150 to 160 turns, with the smaller diameter to have a length about 1.5 times what you coiled back out. Then you insert the coil inside each other, and from the end, which is the longest, once you coil it, when you put it inside, you turn it to a half a sphere or to a full sphere, and you insert the long piece back in the center of itself to go through. And then you leave it as that. Then you place it in a box where you put caustic at the bottom. Then you put your 6 set of coils. Each one of these is considered as 1 set, 3 a small set, and 3 large set. You put them in a pot. You need about 10 of the wires, the same gauge, to be cut to go in the same pot. And in the same pot, you put a big piece of copper. The same, you put a caustic in, hot boiling temperature water, put a lid on, and leave it for 24 hours. I presume a lot of you who listened to the teaching on Friday and Thursday last week knew what to get because we gave you the shopping list last week. Some of you have already bought, some of you already know what to do.